The mana system of the Emergents trading card game, or the energy system, is one of the things that sets it apart and really defines the game for how it works and what makes it so unique and powerful. In the game, you will always have two different classes of energy. One is on the right side, this generic green energy that is up top. And then secondly, you will have any number of 1 to 5 different colors of faction energy below. You always have energy provided by the top card of your deck. So that's always going to give you one generic energy plus one faction energy based on the color of that card. Each turn, you must play a card from your hand in order to be able to build energy going forward into future turns. That means you can either wildcard it, play it face down into the zone to the left and save it for later, or play it straight into play. Deploying a spell that you had previously cast and using it on your opponent or for whatever its effect is not going to give you what you need to be able to build for the future turns. If you try to just do that, you'll get a warning telling you that you haven't built anything this turn. Instead, always make sure that you're playing or developing something by playing it to any one of these three zones. If you play cards of multiple colors, for example, wildcarding a purple card, a red card, and a yellow card, you will still only build one generic energy and one color of energy. With that, you get to choose which one you want. In this case, I'm going to choose purple, and going forward, I have one additional energy of the generic green, plus a purple alkalite that I can use in the future. Every turn, you need to make sure that you're playing a card from your hand into one of these zones in order to make sure that you have energy available to play your cards. Building up this energy will give you the resources that you need to play your cards. The cards have a cost at the top of them. In this case, this card costs 1 generic green and 1 alkalite purple. By playing this card, I will see, no matter if I deploy it immediately or save it for later, I will see my purple count go down to 0, so I could not play any more purple cards this turn, and my generic green cost has gone down from 6, I had an extra 1 from the top of my deck, down to 5. Those are the basics. There are a few more ways that I am going to talk about how you may be able to build that bend around these rules with special cards in the game, but besides that, if you're just starting out, make sure you focus on always playing something from your hand. In addition to being able to build based off of what you wildcard or play, there are a few more ways that you may be able to build outside of those standard functions. The main one that you're going to encounter is with scouting. Whenever you play a card that scouts cards from your opponent's hand or deck, you can build based off of what you scout. In this case, I'm scouting 5 blue cards, and now, going to my build phase, because I played a purple card and I scouted some blue cards, I can choose to build either one. Hot Swap will let you build any power, no matter what you wildcard or played. From a single hotspot, I have all 5 choices available to me. This applies even if I use the hotspot having not cast or wildcarded anything else that turn. Deploying hotspot will let me build something even though normally deploying doesn't do anything in terms of building and I have to play a card from my hand into a zone. Similar to hotspot, not requiring you to play or wildcard a card that turn, scouting's ability to give you a color based off of what you scout also doesn't require you to play or wildcard a card from your last turn. As long as you've scouted a card since your last build phase, going towards your next build phase will let you build whatever you scouted. In this case, I attacked with Ambitious Freshman and scouted at the end of my turn, and now I can play nothing, go to my next phase, and I build a blue. This also applies to cards like Tail of the Tape. If I developed this card the previous turn, I can cast it this turn, and then if I have nothing in my hand that I can play or that I want to wildcard, I can rely just on that scouted ability to go towards my build phase and build a color based off of what I scouted. And that's the basics and the advanced of wildcarding in the energy system in Emergence. I hope that for beginners, you're able to understand things from the first steps, and those that do have experience with the game, hopefully you picked up a new trick or two that you can put into your arsenal.